here. They're under a month out from the regular season.
Well, that's a good question. Is everything too broad offensively? I mean, leave the defense out of this, because I don't have many question marks there, other than a few disagreements. But they're going to be really good defensively. Offensively, I just don't see an avenue unless Saquon has an MVP type year again, where this could be a good offense. I don't see the avenue. I don't see it. Like, this is put Saquon Barkley in bubble wrap and make sure he's like, this is, I hate to put it on one person, but this is all Saquon. And obviously it's not on one person because the offensive line's a big part of that. But I mean, if he, and again, I'm not going to put 2,000 yards out there, but if he's having a 1,700 yard season type player, I mean, that'll open everything up for the pedestrian receivers outside of Devontae. That'll make everything easier. And that's basically you like, we had that discussion a couple times in the offseason. Well, can the passing game help elevate the running game? Not fucking here. Sure, in other places. Not here.
I still think they have to be a more competent passing team in order to run successfully all year. I mean, I don't think you can be. Now, maybe if you're right, maybe if the running game gets going early, then the passing game can feed off of it, and that should be enough. But I mean, I don't think you're going to be able to have a good running year, John, without getting.
Well, then they're in trouble because the passing game is not elevating the running game here.
I agree with that, but it needs to be prevalent this year. The NFL defenses are too good. You can't just be so one-dimensional.
Oh, that's hogwash. It's not that one-dimensional, again, is not about play calling or what you do. It's about the position you put yourself in. I'm hell-bent on hammering that into people's heads.
It's hogwash if they have the 24 roster. They're not that roster anymore, J-Mac.
It has nothing to do with scheme, concept, inventiveness. If you're 3rd and 13, you're screwed. There are teams that are more capable of occasionally overcoming 3rd and 13.
Well, most teams, obvious, but why do they end up in 3rd and 13 so often?
Well, yeah, against Baltimore it was a bunch of penalties.
Yeah, right.
Which is technique and fundamental, reaching offensive, but a bunch of bad offensive linemen as well, getting penalties that aren't going to play. So that part you can wash away, other than, you can start talking about Chris Cooper and development, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, you can wash that away. But the idea that this team has to be in third manageable consistently to have a competent passing game consistently. Not always. You're not going to be able to do it 100% of the time. You can't do anything. It's football. Things are going to go wrong. Sometimes it's a bad penalty. Sometimes they call a penalty. It's not really a penalty. And then you're behind. It's not even your fault. A lot of shit can happen. But we know from last year, they were consistently bad on 1st and 2nd down. And it ended where it ended. So that's why. And they were right to have that mentality to say we got to fix the early down so we can be in third manageable. They have that. They know that. They verbalize that. They understand they need to do that, but they haven't been able to do it, and we'll see if they are able to do it. But, that puts a lot of weight on the shoulders of Saquon Barkley.
Did preseason game number 1 alter or change your early perspective, which is obviously ongoing, of Sean Mannion?
A little bit, but not from the standpoint that people will think. It's not because of it's because I don't think he has the power that they are intimating he does. And that shouldn't surprise me because he has no experience. But so from that standpoint, I don't think he's the omnipresent coordinator like Vic Fangio is, to say the least. You know, and that's probably not a good way to run things. So,
Well, I mean, I guess it's too early to make those big grandiose proclamations on him, but we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. John, where do you put Nick Sirianni in this? The team didn't really look prepared. Do you think Nick Sirianni has to do a better job? I mean, I don't know. The Ravens were prepared. I mean, other teams were prepared.
yeah,
I watched the Bears preseason game. They were prepared. I mean, I don't know. Again, it's preseason, so the immediate comeback will be, well, it's preseason, it doesn't matter. But how you do
it would have
anything
mattered
is how
if they
you do
played
everything.
well. The same people would have been over the moon. So, if they played well. But yeah, so I mean, it works both ways. But I don't like that term prepared. I mean, when they weren't prepared, I'm not picking on you. Everybody says it, but what does it mean? What is it? How do you tell that?
I don't know. How do you have 10 penalties in the game?
Well, a bunch of Miles Hinton reaches and grabs people. Trust me, he's not taught to do that. I mean, by and large, all the position coaches are equipped to teach the fundamentals of their respective positions. That doesn't mean guys will do it in the line of fire, so to speak. So I mean, the slop. If it were a bunch of pre-snap stuff, which it wasn't, I think there was one pre-snap penalty. If it's the stuff that takes no talent, as Nick says, like you're lined up incorrectly, that would be a better indication of something like that. I think only one of their penalties was pre-snap, which is certainly acceptable. So I don't know. Ultimately everything in football comes down to, did the players play well or did they play poorly? They played very poorly.